ज्ञानतिमिरञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्यति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। भूते महद्भिर्यन्मा पुरो विभु निर्माय शेते यदमुषु पुरुषा भुङ्क्ते गुणान् षोडशात्मक सोऽलङ्कृशिष्ट भगवान् वचांसि मे। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं शरणागतं कथा अमृतं सततपीबतं भक्ति वेदांत मार्गपन्थनं सर्वलोक ऋषिदेव जन्न प्रसन्नं, सर्वलोक ऋषिदेव जन्न प्रसन्नम्। Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus and Matajis. So let us continue our Srimad Bhagavatam study. So yesterday we are looking at this conclusive verse of how Mother Yashoda brings about Krishna and Balram from the playing field to the dining table. And Shukdev Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit that Ittham Yashoda Tam Ashesha Shekharam, that Tam Ashesha Shekharam onto Krishna, who was on the peak of everything auspicious, with no question of dirtiness and uncleanliness. So Krishna is 100% Amala. Amala means without any mala, without any dirt or contamination. And because he is Amala, he can actually make our lives clean. Even his appearance as Mala, or him having perspiration, or his hair being untidy due to driving the chariot of Arjuna and being blown by wind, he still appears the most beautiful personality, and he still attracts everyone. However, when we are sweaty, we actually stink, to be honest. And there is nothing beautiful about it. So Krishna, in all circumstances, is Achyuta, is infallible. Even when he leaves his friends, he is Priti Ahavana. Even his leaving his friends increases the love his friends have for Krishna. Why? Because then in separation, they actually feel, when will Krishna next come? And love for Krishna increases. So this is the most important point to understand, that Krishna is Priti Ahavana, that he is invoking love in our hearts by his actions. We only have to save him and see him in a favorable mood. And we'll look at these different rasas, in this session, Krishna willing. So we'll study text number 21. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Shuka Uvacha Gopa Vridha Mohotpata Anubhuya Brihadvane Nandadaya Samagamya Vraja Karyam Amantrayan. Translation. Shri Shukdev Goswami continued. Then one time, having seen the great disturbances in Brihadvana, all the elderly persons among the cowherd men, headed by Nanda Maharaj, assembled and began to consider what to do to stop the continuous disturbing situations in Vraja. So, in the word to word here, we see Sri Shukha Vacha, Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, Go Pavitaha, the elderly persons among the cowhead men. So, Vriddha means elderly. So, one can be elderly by age, one can be elderly by experience. It is called Ayurvriddha and Jnanavidha. Jnanavidha means experience by knowledge, age by knowledge or experience. um, so, Maha Utpatan. So, the great disturbances that were happening in Vrindavan, Patan means disturbances, and Maha Utpatan means great disturbances. What were these disturbances? Again and again, Kamsa is sending these demons to attack Krishna. Although Nalkuver and Manigrids were demigods, but they seem to be the final straw because all the elderly men of Vrindavan became very concerned. What if the trees had fallen on Krishna? Hmm? And so Anubhuya, after experiencing Brihadvane in the place known as Brihadvana, Nanda Adayaha, the cowhead man, headed by Nanda Maharaj, Samaghamya, assembled, came together. Vraja Karyam, the business of Rajabhumi, Amantrayan, deliberated on how to stop the continuous disturbances in Mahavana. So you can say, this was like an Ishtagoshti meeting with all the Jnana Vriddha and Ayu Vriddha personalities in Vrindavan to decide on how to stop these disturbances. So in our community as well, these meetings, this open-hearted exchange of views without any fear of being reprimanded for presenting our views, it is very important. And this system we see in the village, it was being carried out previously. Text 22. Tatropananda namaha gopajnana vayodhikaha deshakalartha tatvajna priyakrit Ram Krishna yoho. Translation. At this meeting of all the inhabitants of Gokula, a cowherd man named Upananda, who was the most mature in age and knowledge, and was very experienced according to time, circumstances, and country, made this suggestion for the benefit of Rama and Krishna. Word to word. Tatra, in the assembly, Upananda Namna. Nama, by the name Upananda, the elder brother of Nanda Maharaj. So Upananda was the elder brother of Nanda Maharaj, and he was specifically very attached and affectionate to Krishna and Balram. Aha said, Gopaha, the cowhead man, Jnanavaya Adhikaha, who by knowledge and by age was the eldest of all. So, Jnana means knowledge or experience, and Vayaha means age, Adhikaha means most. He had adhik of experience, maturity due to age and also due to knowledge. Sometimes some people are elderly due to age, but they haven't matured in terms of experience and knowledge. So even though they may be old or elderly, they're very much childlike. So suggestions or guidance from such persons can be very dangerous if we take it on board. However, someone who is very young but still experienced in knowledge, then such guidance is better. However, the best guidance is the combination of both Jnana Vriddha and Vayo Vriddha, experience in age and experience in knowledge, because due to the time factor of them having had the opportunity to learn and experience, they can actually see what is to be done, and they can act as proper advisors. You know, my dad, like sometimes used to say to me, I have seen more Diwalis than you. I have seen more Deepawalis than you, which means basically it's saying he's more experienced. Um, and according to desha, country or place, kala, time, artha for the purpose, tatvajnaha, very experienced according to time, place, and circumstances, priyakrita, just for the benefit. So those who are giving advice, in our hearts, we have to have the confidence that they are acting for our benefit. They are priyakrita. They desire our benefit. And everyone in Vrindavan desired benefit of Krishna and Balram. And therefore here it is stated, priyakrita Rama Krishna Yaho, of Balram and Krishna, the supreme personalities of Godhead. So they are all very concerned about protecting Krishna and Balaram. And this is one of the aspects of Vatsalya Rasa, that in parenthood, parents are always very protective of children. And so they're very concerned that so many disturbances are happening, and how can we protect Krishna and Balaram? Text number 23. Utthatavyam ito अस्माभिर् गोकुलस्य हिताय शिभिः आयन्ति अत्र महोत्पात बालानां नाशहेतवः. Translation, he said, so Upananda is speaking here, my dear friends, the cowherd man, in order to do good to this place, Gokula, we should leave it, because many disturbances are always occurring here just for the purpose of killing Rama and Krishna. Word to word, Uttatavyam. Uttatavyam. Now this place should be left. From here, from Gokula, Asambihi, by all of us. So this is the consideration the cowherd men were experiencing. And actually, most of us here, have moved from country of our native birth, and even moved many times to different places, and we have eventually come to settle here. And the consideration which is of paramount is basically few things: in which place we can prosper and progress, in which place we can have a peaceful situation, in which place the conflicts are less and less, and in which place, most importantly, we can progress in devotional service in association of like-minded devotees. So this is something we also have to take to heart, that where we can call home. Home is a place where we can take ashray, shelter of the Supreme Lord Krishna. And places where a lot of disturbances are happening, sometimes it is not worth fighting. It is better to leave. And Krishna, by his own example, showed this when he left Mathura and went to Dwarka. And in Dwarka, the Yadu dynasty, under guidance of Krishna and Balram, they excelled and they led a very prosperous life. free from the constant attacks of Jarasandha and his armies. So Uttatavyam, now this place should be left, Upanandamara says. Ita, from here, from Gokula, asmabihi, by all of us, Gokulasya, of this place, Gokula, hita eshibihi, by persons who desire good for this place. Ayanti, are happening, atra, here, maha utpataha, many great disturbances. Why should we live in a place where there's always disturbances, where people don't talk nicely, or they give cold shoulders? Instead, it's better to go to a place where we can start from clean slate again and establish ourselves and progress. Balanam, for the boys like Rama and Krishna, Nasha Hetavaha, having the definite purpose of killing them. So these Rakshasas, were constantly coming, sent by Kamsa for the purpose of killing Krishna and Balrama. And of course, the cowherd men of Vrindavan are very much concerned. Now, as far as as we see, this Kali Yuga itself means kalaha. Kalaha means conflict and quarrel. So no matter where we go, some aspects of conflict and quarrel will always be there, but the degree of it may vary depending on our own disposition and our own surrender to process of devotional service. However, if we are under a shelter of able leadership, who are imbibing the very essence of devotional service and leading by nice example and delegating and engaging all the living entities, who are their subjects in devotional service, under such able leadership and guidance, the subjects can prosper. And we see example of Amrish Maharaj. Amrish Maharaj, it is said that he was the emperor of the whole world. And an emperor of the whole world should be very busy. And Amrish Maharaj was very busy. But what was he busy in? Savai manah Krishna padaravindur vachamsi vaikunta gunanu varnane Karor harer mandir marjana vishu shrutim chakarachyut satkathodaya mukunda lingalaya darshane drisho. So and so. The list goes on and on. That Maharaj Amrish was always meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. He was always hearing the pastimes of Krishna. He was always cleaning the temple of the Lord, Mandir Marjana Deshu, and always hearing the pastimes of Krishna. And when he would come to the assembly of the parliament, when discussion was happening, as here we see the Vrajavasis are having discussion, then it is said Amrish Maharaj would simply sit on the throne and he would look at everyone and he would simply smile at everyone, at the relevant ministers. Then those ministers would become very pleased that our emperor is a devotee. Our emperor is the ideal personality. We should not disturb him. And we will carry out the orders on his behalf. And in this way, simply by smiling at the subjects, all the ministers, they would carry out the orders, and everyone in the kingdom was very peaceful, very prosperous, and very much engaged in devotional service. This is the ideal situation. So even though Kali Yuga is there, these 10,000 years are regarded as golden years. And if, we can set aside, our misgivings and just somehow or the other follow instructions of Srila Prabhupada under able guidance, then we will certainly, be living in Satyuga, even though we are in Kali Yuga. This is the effect and the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Any questions or comments? We'll carry on. Text number 24. Mukta katanchit rakshasya balagnya balak balako yaso hare anugrahan nunam anashopari napatat. Translation: the child Krishna, simply by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was somehow or other rescued from the hands of Rakshasi Putana, who was determined to kill him. Then, again, by the mercy of the Supreme Godhead, the handcart missed falling upon the child. So, this is the condition of the Brajavasis. They don't consider Krishna to be the Supreme Lord. And whenever Krishna is able to defeat some demon, then they conclude that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has actually saved this child. And they pray, more and more to the Lord to protect Krishna, but they are unaware of the fact that it is Krishna who is the Supreme Lord. Their love for Krishna hides the supreme majesty, opulence, and the Godhead quality of Krishna. And this is what Krishna regards as most cherishable. He doesn't want to be treated as God. Everyone in the material world wants to be God, meaning the supreme enjoyer. But Krishna, who is the God, who is the supreme enjoyer, does not want to be God. He wants to be loved by his servants. And see the incompatible situation of those who are stuck in material world, always competing for having good facilities and so and so. And Krishna is only concerned how much love we have for him. Word to word, Mukta was delivered, Kathan Chita, somehow or the other, Rakshasyaha, from the hands of Rakshasi Putana, Balagnayaha, who was determined to kill the small child. Balakaha, especially the child Krishna, because aso he, Harer Anugrahat, by the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there they mention, by Hari Anugrahat, Hare Anugrahat, Krishna was saved. Nunam indeed, Anacha, and the handcart Upari, on the top of the child, not Apattad, did fall down. Text number 25. Chakravatena nitoyam Daityena vipadam vyat Shilayam patitastatra paritrata sureshvarehi. Translation: then again the demon Trinavrata, in form of a whirlwind, took the child away into the dangerous sky to kill him. But the demon fell down onto a slab of stone. In such case also, by the mercy of Lord Vishnu or his associates, the child was saved. Chakravatena, by the demon in the shape of a whirlwind, tornado, Trinavrata. Nita Ayam, Krishna was taken away. See the anxiety of Rajvasis when Krishna was taken away like that. Daityena, by the demon, Vipadam, dangerous, Vyat, into the sky. Shilaya, onto the slab of stone. So as Trinavrata was carrying Krishna, he was going up and up. He was going vertically. But as soon as he started going horizontally out of Vrindavan, then that wasn't acceptable to Krishna, because Krishna doesn't want to leave Vrindavan. But when Trinavrata was carrying Krishna high up in the sky, Krishna was enjoying it. It's like we pay hundreds of dollars to go into these roller coaster rides, and although, it is challenging, people are frightened. But imagine Krishna, he's enjoying this ride. It's a free ride that the demon Trinavrata took upon himself to take Krishna. But when Trinavrata decided that, it's time to take him out of Vrindavan to Kamsa, that time Krishna increased his weight and Trinavrata could not handle the weight of Krishna. Krishna did not like for Trinavrata to get him out of Vrindavan. So he increased his weight so much, and Trinavrata started doubting that, have I carried this son of Yashoda, the little child who was light as a feather, or did I carry the stone? So there was a big Shila stone in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, or did I carry the stone? So, it is said that whatever we remember at the time, of passing, that that is the destination we will attain. So Trinavrata thought of the stone in the courtyard of Nand Maharaj, and guess what happened? He fell on that stone, crushed his head against that stone, and he was liberated by Krishna. So it is very important what we think of constantly. We should always be conscious of Krishna, and as much as possible, always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shilayam patitas tatra. Patitas means fallen onto Shilayam. So we should not be meditating on stone-like things. Otherwise, we'll be crushed like stone. Tatra there, Paritrataha was saved, Sura Ishvari, by the mercy of Lord Vishnu or his associates. Text number 26. Yannamriyate drumayor antaram prapya balaka asav an yato yata movapi tad api achyuta rakshanam. Even the other day, neither Krishna nor any of his playmates died from the falling of two trees, although the children were near the trees or even between them. This also is to be considered the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Word to word, yet, then again, na mriyate, did not die. They became very anxious. Krishna could have died. Druma yo antaram, between the two trees. Prapya, although he was between, balakaha, so that child, Krishna, anyatamaha, another child, va api or tat, api achyuta rakshanam. In that case also, he was saved by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So api means although, achyuta means Krishna, who is infallible, who never fails. Rakshanam, he never fails to protect his devotees. And of course, Krishna himself is Achyutam, but here the cowhead men are unaware of Krishna's supremacy, so they are giving credit to the Supreme Lord Krishna, not the Balaka Krishna, but the Supreme Lord Hari or Achyuta, that he has saved Krishna. Any questions or comments, Prabhu Mataji's? We are on 7 o'clock in any case, so let's pause here, and Krishna willing, we'll continue tomorrow. Have a wonderful Krishna conscious day, and Krishna willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning again. Hare Krishna. Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Thank you, Babu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the sweet class.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.